as I'm going westbound on Belmont. I'm going to be making a turn here. I see a lot of candy construction people here. They're lining the sewers. Lining the sewers, in my opinion, do not work, because if they're lining the sewers and you get that city salt, the rock salt, that rock salt will eat away at the lining, and they have to do it again every year. In my opinion, that's a waste of taxpayers' money. They should let the sewer department handle it all. They got bricklayers. They would come in and redo all the sewer work. I mean, that's just a total waste, in my opinion. And that's Kenny Construction. So we'll talk about that at another time. Okay, as we're approaching now, I see a permit parking here on this block. The permit number is 1302. Now these curbs need a lot of work. I mean, they're cracked, they're pitched wrong, and they're splitting. The sidewalks are not level. Some of them are cracking still, and some looks like some of the residents had their sidewalks redone. And you got a big tree overhanging the intersection here. As I'm crossing over school from Opal, I see a lot of trees. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video here, but there's a lot of overhanging trees. Some of these branches are huge. They're blocking the light view. There's a tree growing right next to it. And I'm going to pull up and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with the wires at the bottom and the base on his new light poles. As you can see it there, there's just a little cover. It's where the electrical department will feed wires through. And right now you see that there's a cap that's supposed to be there. It's missing. It's not there. Now if you get a little kid, I mean I have little kids, and they're always curious. They always want to know what's going on with this and what's going on with that. Now suppose a little kid comes up here, sticks their hand in that hole and grabs those wires, and if there's live wires going through there, well, y'all know what's going to happen to that little child. She's going to get zapped, or he's going to get zapped. You know, it's like touching an outlet in your home. You know, we protect our outlets at home when we have little children. Why can't the city come out and make sure all these caps are on these light poles? Alright, as I'm going down Opal here at the 3300 block. Again with the wires above on the lights, and you got the street that's being worked on. There's a big tree that got trimmed, and they did a good job on that tree, but they should have finished the rest of the job here. Alright, I'm going to pull over here at Roscoe and Opal and let the traffic go from behind me. Just a minute while the traffic goes by. There's one more vehicle here that's going to pass me by. Okay, here you got a huge tree. It looked like it was a few trees. And trees grow together. When they're right next to each other, they will find a way to grow along with the other tree and become one huge tree. Okay, I'm just going to let this car in front of me pass. Nice looking Charger. As I'm going down the street, you have a lot of trees, a lot of overgrowth. You see this street does not slow the cars down because there's a lot of marks on the pavement here on the asphalt. Because when they hit that speed hump, the front end will go flying down towards the ground and scrape it all up. I see not the traffic light, but the street lights are on. Why are these street lights on, and why are the taxpayers paying for this use of electricity when they don't need it? And here you got a very, very low-hanging wire here from one pole to the next, and it crosses the intersection at Cornelia and Opal. Again, you need street sweeping here. I see a lot of debris on the streets. I haven't seen a street sweeper going by this precinct here. And we'll get into the street sweepers at a later date when we're talking about streets and sanitation. You got a lot of curbs that need to work. They're cracking from underneath. They're cracking around the sewer. That means pretty soon it's going to be a pothole. And then worst scenario is that it would cave in. And hopefully not when you're running it over with your car. Because, you know, the only thing holding up the street is the asphalt. If there's nothing underneath holding it up, They call it a washout in city terms. So anytime you want to call in for a complaint and you see the street falling apart, you call in and tell them there's a washout. Right on. See you in the next